Beginning next year, Marvel Entertainment has announced that the Planet of the Apes science fiction franchise is making a return to Marvel Comics. Fans, old and new, will get to pick up brand new stories from the acclaimed publishing company that take place in the legendary decade-spanning Apes universe. Based on the novel La Planète des Singes by French author, Pierre Boulle, Planet of the Apes has become a cultural classic since its first critically acclaimed on-screen adaptation in 1968 with 20th Century Fox. The original film was directed by Franklin J. Schaffner and starred Charles Heston, Ben-Hur, as George Taylor and Roddy McDowall, Fright Night, as Cornelius. The film was loosely based on the novel, following an astronaut crew that crash-landed on a planet in the distant future where talking apes have overthrown humanity for the dominant species. Becoming an instant success among critics and audiences, Planet of the Apes launched an entire franchise that included 4 original sequels, books, and comics that ranged from Japanese mangas, Dark Horse Comics, and Boom Studios to Marvel first acquiring Apes in '74, as well as television series and video games, and toys. Collider Video of the Day. Planet of the Apes has a deep history with Marvel Comics that reaches back over 40 years when they first published a number of black and white stories in 1974 that ran for 29 issues until ending in '77. In '75 Marvel published Adventures on the Planet of the Apes, a full-color comic adaptation of the classic films that was released across a total of 11 issues. Marvel Comics editor-in-chief, C.B. Cebulski said, "Besides the 4 sequels that followed the original film, an animated television series aired in 1975, and the hopes for a film reboot fell into developmental limbo for over a decade before director Tim Burton picked it up. Burton's bizarre 2001 film is widely regarded as a flop despite it generating $362 million at the box office, becoming the 9th highest grossing film of the entire year. There's clearly something about the dystopian concept of mankind being overthrown by hyper-intelligent apes that appeals to the masses." In 2019, when Disney acquired 21st Century Fox, which included 20th Century Fox, the massive conglomerate announced a new trilogy reboot slated for 2011. The reboot includes Rise of Planet of the Apes, starring James Franco and Andy Serkis, directed by Rupert Wyatt, as well as the sequel Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, all culminating in 2017's War for the Planet of the Apes, both directed by Matt Reeves, the Batman. As far as reboots go, Marvel typically shows up with impressive content. We can expect exciting new stories from the publishers sometime next year. No details have been released at this time on the new Planet of the Apes comic book titles, reprints, collections, or creative teams, but you can check out Marvel's announcement for more details. Until then, fans can check out a teaser by comic book artist Salvador Larroca Billo.